Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, class 5. I'm your science teacher. I hope all of you are fine. Today we will continue unit number 6, that is matter. So today in this video we will discuss page number 55, and here we have topic effects of heat on matter. Okay, so decrease in heat or increase in heat, how they affect the state of the matter. Okay, like here you can easily see increase in heat. So when heat increases, so it means ice is first converted into water, and then if heat is continuously increasing, then it is changes into water vapors. And decrease in heat convert water vapors into water, and then they convert into the ice. Okay, few effects of heat on matter we already discussed in our previous videos. So here we just recall these four terms. Okay, first one we have expansion. We already discussed that when a substance is heated, its particle gain energy and they start moving very fast. Okay, and due to their fast movement, they bump with each other, they strike with each other. Because of that, their volume and their size increases, and this increase in size is called as the expansion. Okay, secondly we discussed about the contraction. So when substance is cooled, its particle lose energy and their speed slows down. This bring them closer to each other and the volume or sizes decreases. So this decrease in size is called as the contraction. Then we have next process, that is the melting. So when solid is heated, its particle absorb heat energy and they start moving faster. They strike with each other and they start moving away from each other, and as a result there is increase in their volume or they expand. Okay, so this process in which solid is changes into liquid, that is called as the melting. Okay, then we have boiling. When liquid is heated, its particle absorb energy and they start moving faster and bump into each other more often. Then they start moving away and soon break away from each other when the space between these become very large. So in that way the liquid is converted into gas or water vapor. So this process is called as boiling. So now we will discuss the remaining processes or the remaining effects of heat on matter. So next we have evaporation. Okay, so when a liquid is heated, some of its particles absorb more energy than others, so they begin to move very fast. They break away from other particles and escapes into the atmosphere. This process is called as evaporation. Okay, so in simple way we can define the process of evaporation is that in which liquid is converted into water vapors or gaseous form. Okay, so when liquid is heated, some of its particles absorb more energy than the others, so they begin to move faster. Okay, when a liquid is heated, it means they absorb more and more heat energy. Because of that, the kinetic energy increases, they move very fast. So in that way they break away from other particles, they are separated from other particles and they escape into the atmosphere. This whole process is called as evaporation. You can see in this picture, when water boils, it means they are getting heat energy, and when they start boiling they are converted into the water vapors. So steam is formed. So this process is called as the evaporation. Now next process is condensation. When a gas is cooled, its particles begin to move more slowly. Because they lose energy, they come closer together and eventually form a liquid. This process is called as condensation. Okay, so a process in which gas is converted into liquid due to loss of energy, that is called as the condensation. Okay, so a process in which gas is converted into liquid, this is called as condensation. You can easily see in that diagram. Okay, now next change of matter due to heat is freezing. When a liquid is cooled, its particles slows down because they lose energy. As a result, they cannot move away from each other. Instead, they come closer together and stop moving and are converted in the form of solid. This is called as freezing. Okay, so at low temperature, liquid is converted into solid. This process is called as freezing, and we have example of water. When they lose energy, when they lose heat energy, their particles are come closer to each other, they stop moving and they are converted into ice. Okay, so the process in which liquid is changes into solid, this is called as freezing. Then changing a gas to liquid form. Okay, so when a gas is pressed in a closed container, its particle come closer together, the volume of gas decreases. If the gas is compressed further, its particle come so close together that gas can changes into a liquid. This process is called as liquefaction. Okay, so a process in which gas is changes into liquid form, this is called as liquefaction. And how this process occur? When we when we press a gas in closed container, the particle come close together. Okay, we already know that there is a lot of space between the particles of the gases. Okay, so when we compress them, they easily compressed. Okay, and due to their compression, what happened? The volume of gases decreases. Okay, and when they come closer to each other, then these gas molecules are converted into the liquid, and this process is called as liquefaction. Now next process is sublimation. Okay, so some substances changes directly from solid to the gaseous state when they are heated. Okay, this process is called as sublimation. Examples of such substances are iodine, naphthalene, and solidified carbon dioxide. Okay, so some substances that directly changes from solid to gaseous state. Okay, this process is called as sublimation. So we have examples like iodine, naphthalene, solidified carbon dioxide. These are the examples of sublimation. So in which normally at first solid changes into liquid and then changes into gases, but in case of sublimation, what happened? Solids are directly changes into the gaseous state. So this process is called as sublimation. Now next we have two terms, melting point and boiling point. Okay, so melting point, the temperature at which a solid changes into a liquid, is called the melting point of a substance. Okay, so temperature at which solid changes into liquid, that is called as the melting point. Like if we consider the example of ice is a solid state of water, and when ice is changes into the liquid like in water, so the conversion of ice into water, and at that temperature in which the solid, this ice is changes into the water, that point or that temperature is called as the melting point. Okay, so the temperature at which solid changes into liquid, this is called as the melting point of a substance. And different material, different substances have different melting points. Okay, so here melting points of ice and iron is given. So the melting point of ice is 0 degree Celsius and melting point of iron is 1540 degree Celsius. Okay, so that is the melting point of ice and iron. So that melting point is a temperature at which solid changes into liquid. Now the last topic of this video is the boiling point. Okay, so the temperature at which liquid changes into gas or vapors is called as its boiling point. Now it's mean the temperature in which liquid is changing into gaseous state. That is called as the and that temperature is called as the boiling point. So the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius and boiling point of iron is 2900 degree Celsius. Okay, so boiling point is a temperature at which liquid is changes into a gas or vapors, that is called as the boiling point. Okay. I hope after watching that video you will easily understand all the effect of heat on matter and all the processes or name of processes that occurs because of changing heat. Okay, watch these videos. Take care. Thank you.